Welcome back, welcome back. So, this is Control, and if you don't know of Control or haven't played it before and you like the games that I've been playing so far, I think you're gonna like this a lot. I love this game. I have played it um, back and forward. I haven't gotten through all the DLC yet, but I do plan on doing that during this playthrough. So, I already set up all my options. If you want to take a look through, I don't need tutorials. I almost set up all my controls. So I just upped up the sensitivity a little bit for the controls outside of aim mode. Turned off controller assist. Let's see. I don't think I did anything different with the controls there. The audio, I did mute the copyrighted music, just in case one day I might be able to actually. Now, one day I might actually be able to monetize these. I should finish my thoughts before going on to another one. That's something I really need to focus on. Now, I might turn this off for one specific scene because it's amazing and I love it. For the display, I did turn off motion blur, but I left the film grain on. I kind of like it. And then I just fiddled with some of the on-screen UI kind of stuff. But that's it. So that's everything. We are gonna get started right now, and I am super excited to get into this. Let's go. Or we can wait a little bit to go through stuff. Let's see. Well, barely visible. Define barely visible. Okay. What about this? I think this is good. Let me turn this up a little bit. I'm looking at a few different monitors here, so I do apologize. To get a good idea of what let's maybe 45. Let's see, I got some catching up to do on some monitors here. Again, I do apologize for this. I thought I had everything set up, and turns out I didn't. Okay. That's probably fine. That's probably fine. 45. We're good. Let's get going. Forgot how long the load times were. I thought it would pop right up into dialogue, which is why I wasn't talking.
Fair warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual.
She's not lying.
Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am.
First, I thought that was a swimming pool.
I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room, and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here?
Ah, such a good opening.
Hello? Anyone here?
Love that opening. And what a gorgeous game. I mean, my God. So there is a little, I don't know if it's an Easter egg, but it's something here. If you've played through it before, if you don't move. But look right up here. Well, never mind. I guess I missed it because I looked around before. I looked up. If you look directly up, there's some additional dialogue. Kind of bummed that we missed out on that. Oh well. She had thoughts on it. Let's just put it that way. So this is... Well, I'll let the game tell you who she is. It did have the dialogue, so... Or the name in the dialogue, so... I'll at least say her name is Jessie. This is us. And she can sprint like the Dickens. She's... an athlete. Alright. There is going to be quite a reading in this game. If you do not enjoy listening to the sound of my dulcet tones, you will not probably enjoy a lot of this playthrough because I'm going to be reading a lot. So, here's the first one. Federal Bureau of Control. Reminder. Certain objects are not allowed inside the Bureau. Recent incidents have necessitated an issued reminder on prohibited materials. Unauthorized weapons, pagers, laptops, smart watches, smartphones, smart gaming devices, anything smart. Number 2, pencils. Any objects considered to be iconic representations of an archetypal concept. For example, rubber ducks, ketchup bottles. All material under Bureau investigation is to be brought in through the private entrances. If you see any lobby personnel in breach of these policies, please notify your supervisor immediately. And there it is, bigger. What else do we have so far? So we got some materials. We don't know what these are for yet. Oh wait, do we have... We do... So we've got apparently mods, but we can't do anything with them yet. And doors open automatically for us. Internal lockdown in effect. Building lockdown in effect. Multiple containment breaches detected. Multiple building shifts detected. Head of research override. HRA protocol activated. Black Pyramid cigarettes. I had never noticed that before. That's cool. since 1920. The Bureau newspaper. Anything else that I've never noticed before? Logistics division. Anything cool in here? No, it doesn't really look like it. But the pack of cigarettes, that was cool. What you guys got? So you got... I mean, you got... It depends on what game you're playing. Either... Well, no, it actually doesn't. No matter what, that hand's better. That's Blackjack 21. That guy's only got 19. And, you're playing poker, you got at least one pair. Haven't finished drawing, though. So yeah. You should, if you're watching this and have not seen this before, you should pay attention to this game and everything about it. So just saying, pay attention. All right, let's see. What do we got in here? Okay.
This seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
Expenditure summary. Executive sector, Q2. Major. Staffing, surveillance, blank. Data center initiative. Construction, blank, blank. Minor. Office equipment, janitorial costs, blank. Mold removal, HQ livability costs. For cost breakdown spreadsheet, see page 5. For 5-year comparison chart, see page 9. Regular office stuff. I am playing on PS4 Pro, so although it does look very nice, some things have to load. Head of Research, Dr. Casper Darling. I didn't notice he had a heart on his on his badge there. It's interesting. Our bureau at work. Nothing says we appreciate you like painting the back of your head. Director Zachariah Trench. There we go. And bathroom with no mirrors. As you do. And then, so, again. Take a look around. Okay. Nothing
Federal
exciting.
Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them and they were hiding in plain sight.
Okay. So she's been looking for them for a while now, it seems. I mean, I know, but... Caution, there's a wet floor. Can't find your office? Watch your step. Rangers from Security Department. Alright, and then a bunch of very plain branded, I wouldn't even call it branded, snacks to choose from, which relates back to the whole iconic archetypal note that we read earlier. Federal Bureau of Control. Attention all blank. Blank. A shark in his blank. Although secure, blank. Permission to blank. Following basic protocol, blank. Shoot to kill, blank. Good luck. If that's not unnerving, I don't know. I don't care what anyone says. Like, hey, there's gonna be a shark and shoot to kill. All right. Got some music playing in the background. Federal Bureau of Control. Hello. As you all should know by now, the R4 reports are due by the end of the week. We're still waiting on them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please request form R4.E from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filing an R4, then you'll need to get written permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under Section 75.2 of the Employee Manual. If your R4 requires interdepartmental claims, then please contact the appropriate department head, Dr. Darling, Ms. Marshall, Mr. Salvador, or Mr. Kirkland, as needed. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review, so please schedule accordingly. Best, your admin team. Again, basic, general office stuff.
Hello?
That's a familiar sight already. Let's see. So we got a big ass tape player with a dude in a cowboy hat, old school phone, typewriter. Nice painting. Give him that. Hello. Excuse me.
Excuse me?
See?
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, niin Johan helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
Seems extreme.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
So, for those paying attention, we were intermonologuing about friendly faces, and then he just straight up spoke to us saying, better than no face at all. And, this is a bit of a familiar sight, isn't it? Bathroom. No mirrors. I'm gonna sprint just because I'm not gonna go through the whole way here. Same info. Same room. Only difference is, instead of the Our Bureau at Work painting, we've got an elevator here now. It is filthy. See handprints, though. All right. Moving on.
The cell. And the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
Man, I would have loved to have played this on Streamblind. Unfortunately, I didn't have the thought or the equipment necessarily to do it at the time. So unfortunately, you are getting secondhand experiences. But hopefully it's still entertaining. At least a little bit. I will say, I wish they picked a different name for the game. Because when it first came out, I was trying to look up some Let's Plays and things like that. To view how people reacted to it up to the point that I was playing it at. Oh, I love this. Oh, it's so cool. That is so cool with the doors opening while the title's up.
Did I lose you there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
But yeah, trying to locate this game, a stream of it or a let's play of it, is surprisingly difficult because it's just called Control. Like, if you type in Control stream, like, you get all kinds of things, like, you know, pipes and home repair and all that stuff, rather than the game itself. A nice little blaring alarm going on. Reminder regarding drafting any public-facing material. While penning any notification of death related to the Willow AWE, please adhere to the following guidelines. Words, phrases to use. In the service of his, her country, regret, proud, pride, will be remembered. Words, phrases to avoid. Alaska, scissors, blood, bleed, loss, apologies, sorry. Sounds unpleasant. Alright. Nothing else in here, it looks like. Clearance level 1. Nope, we do not have clearance level 1. Got the director up on the wall. Mr. Trench. Both walls, actually. Nothing else in here, it looks like. Ooh, what are you? Barbara. I am not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day. For the rest of the week. I can't trust them, Barbara. Not a single one. Trench. Oh, he sounds sane. This is also the exact same painting we saw in another guy's office. That's funny. It's still a good painting, but kind of sad to know it's not unique. It's locked.
Shit. Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really? Something's outside. Was coming here a mistake?
Sting testing. We are broadcasting from the Pyramid Other. Only the director can wield. The gun sword intentionally left blank. Your application will be processed.
There's the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Only the director can bind the service weapon and live die. This is your ritual challenge. You must choose to be the chosen one.
Look at this place. Where am I?
So, this is a game of Russian roulette, according to Dr. Darling. And if you come out alive, you're it. This is our application for the position of director. And there's the black pyramid that you will recognize from the pack of cigarettes earlier. Bubblegum, Polaroid. All, none of the above. These are the concepts tattoos we see in your minds. The service weapon. It has many forms like the house prison you occupy. God, this game is... It's amazing to me. got such a cool style and presentation. Gameplay is amazing. I can't go on enough about this. I used to know how to swing. Oh, there we go. It's triangle. For some reason I thought it was square. Hold on. What is square? Use, seize, switch weapons. Alright. That's fine. I'll deal with it.
The same gun.
Control the gun house.
Okay. Now I have a gun.
You sure do, Jesse. You sure do. Destroy the copy's targets. Earn, become something. It went by too fast. I'll try to look back at my the VOD. So I might miss a lot here. Well, I'm reading and doing this at the same time. Become the position. That's what it said. Sorry, there's a huge delay between what I'm playing and the stream that's broadcast on Restream. So oh man, I'm shooting everything but him. There we go. I mean, I am playing with the controller, right? On PlayStation 4, so it's not like... And I turned all the auto aim stuff off, so I feel like I'm doing okay. For what this is. Anything else? Is there another guy? No. There we go. You wield the gun, we wield the gun, you. The board appoints you. Congratulations, Director.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as Director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that?
I did.
It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here.
Me too.
Things have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go?
Find out. So one of the big, I don't know if you'd call it a selling point, but one of the big draws of the game is its level of destructibility of the environments. So this desk is like a story desk, so it's not gonna break. But all this stuff just gets decimated, and it's amazing. And most of the game is like this. Can shoot individual books. Like it's so good. And I think it's even better on PC actually. I love this game. Did I say yet that I love this game? God, it looks so cool.
You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You... Oh, thank you. That was... horror. Get the fuck away!
Get away! Well, that was easy. So, I am now the director. And being the director, clearly, you need to have your portrait everywhere. And thus, my portrait is everywhere. Although, I have 0 clearance being the director. That's a weird little, I feel like that's kind of an oversight. Based on how the game plays out. I'm not going to get into detail, but all the paintings of the director have updated, but I can't walk through the house, the oldest house, which is what this is known as, without
Hotline.
getting a keycard.
Secure line of communication. Guidance. Reach the hotline.
All right, so we got a weapon. We already have a mod. Reload speed, I'll take it. It's the only one we got. We got one personal mod. Health boost, I will take it. We got some assets, that's fine. However, we've got some new info here, so let's go through some of this. All right. Field research on Hiss entity. Hiss corrupted security guard, confidential. Summary. The Bureau has many internal security personnel. The Hiss was quick to take advantage of this fact. Hiss guards use the standard issue bullpup rifles they carried prior to corruption, while the armored guards carry pump-action shotguns. They have no observed paranatural abilities, with the exception that certain Hiss guards are protected by a shield of dense Hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Is this shielding a result of prolonged Hiss corruption? Does the Hiss mature in organic hosts over time? More data is needed. Do the Hiss target individuals with combat training? Does the Hiss have the level of that level of cognizance? Does it utilize hosts for tasks they are best suited to? Combat trained hosts are reserved for combat trained hosts are reserved for combat? These are all questions for later. Though it is obvious that corrupted individuals retain knowledge on the use of their weapons. Refer to file blank for full report. Compiled by Emily Pope, research specialist, by order of director Jesse Faden. I don't know about you, but I don't recall ordering this, but there it is. And then Director Trench. So much is expected from the director, the responsibility, the privilege. Zachariah Trench. Case files. Service weapon, OOP-1-KE. Containment procedure. No unique procedures required. Description, para-utility. The object's form is variable. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to blank. This object must be bound by individuals seeking the role of blank. Only be bound. The object will determine whether blank. If rejected, the applicant is terminated. This process is dictated by the blank, though their criteria is unknown. Background. The object was discovered inside the oldest house, in the room that is now used as the director's office. The popular hypothesis, blank, many forms throughout history, blank. Mjolnir, Excalibur, Veranostra, all weapons that blank of their wielders. If objects of power are the convergence of forces based on the collective subconsciousness, or subconscious, then this may be the original manifestation of that event. If this is the case, blank. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.1 for more details. And this is the service weapon. Acquisition date, August 4th, 1964. And then objects of power multimedia.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it. Lose and you're, well, fired. Thank you. I'm Dr. Darling, Head of Research, Federal Bureau of Control.
I love these little videos. I love those.
The hotline, says the dead man. Okay.
So, this is all the same picture. That's weird. I just noticed that. Yeah, so as you probably noticed, that was the full video of the small one we saw when we picked up the surface weapon. And that happens a decent amount throughout the game, where we'll get a taste of, or a bit of the, sorry, I gotta kill things. Get a bit of a snippet of the video, but then we can go back in there to view the entire thing. There we go. All right. Fantastic. We're doing some work here. All right. Is that stapler? Is that a stapler or an altered item? Don't take office equipment outside of the building. You can also deform the environment, which is cool. Don't read confidential correspondence. It's not just rude, it's illegal. Delays caused something. Let's get this out of the way. Can we? We can't. Oh well. So there's some people floating around, as you can see. What else? I saw something over here that we could pick up, or yeah, there we go. Agenda items for next executive meeting. Rising costs of AWE response. Update on mold eradication efforts. That's the second time we've heard about mold. Upcoming annual salary review. New supplier of coffee filters to be found and vetted. Please come prepared. Thank you for your time. Okay. Oh, let's go in the restroom. Nothing. Yeah, nothing. Still no mirrors. Womp womp. Okay.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
There you go. Alright. Let's see. Is there anything else to pick up around here? I don't think so. There might be some stuff to read. Oh, here's that poster I was trying to read earlier. Delays caused by house shifts do not count towards overtime. Acoustic guitar for sale. Turns out it's pretty hard. If interested, see Greg in maintenance, $50. That's a good deal for guitar. Reminder to all staff, food left in the refrigerator in containment break room 3B has been known to vanish. Plan accordingly. Socks and ballerinas. Interesting. Book club. Say hi and welcome to some new people in the oldest house. There's Ted, Gina, Leonardo. I think that's Sebastian in the bottom right there. Lucas, Anne-Marie, Timu, Alex I, Arhi. Office rules of conduct. Speak in moderate volume. No personal calls. No food or drink around bureau documents or in the copy room. No using the photocopier for personal projects or the 3D printer or the bureau stationery. Wear access badge at all times. No discussing confidential projects out loud. The one to finish the coffee pot makes a new one. Medic tube checklist. Place your item in the canister. Add foam padding top and bottom if you're sending blood or other specimens in a glass tube. Check that the canister is properly locked. Place the locked canister in the tube. Check the location code for the destination. Punch the code and send the tube. Read and understand operator's manual. You could probably also hear the sort of chanting in the background as well. Remember to wash your hands. Your hands can spread the mold. Be sure to wash hands carefully with soap. Make sure to wash all fingers, nails, palms, backs, wrists. Rinse thoroughly and dry carefully. Excellent. Alright. Moving on. Never mind, there's something to read over here. For Marshall's eyes only, confidential. Marshall, we checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth. Wasn't anything. Just like the house fire before this. And the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a way to sort the fake AWEs from the real things. Or you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch. Next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier here. Sincerely, Special Agent Keenum. To H. Marshall from El Keenum, subject another dud. Oh, hold on. We had multimedia here. Oh, that's the reminder that we just listened to. That's the whole thing. We already listened to it. So. No need to do it again. All right.
Hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Alright. How to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. Start with the following. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control, established in 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We are proud to serve the United States and her people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they do not leave, then ask them these questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York City or just visiting? How do you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain that this is a secure federal office and that they'll need to leave. If their answers seem blank, escort them to a private room. There, perform the gunner's psychological assessment, the GPA. If their responses are within the acceptable range of deviance, see the provided scoring sheet, then blank immediately. Remember, there's no such thing as too suspicious. Examination of paranatural topics, urban legends. Summary. Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetypes. We recognize certain blank, informed by our own blank, and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can even be artificially blank in popular culture using blank, our Bureau-made anthology television program. Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the details. Certain paranatural phenomena contain clear elements of popularized folklore, AWEs that only occur on blank, a pair of scissors that consume human blank through 2 punctures on the blank. These details, living in the minds of so many, have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children, they are paranatural realities waiting to happen. Refer to file 4-93-6942 for full report. So it seems that in this world, at least, just being part of an urban legend has the potential to create an altered world event. Turned off copyrighted music, so that's gonna play nothing right now. Sorry, didn't mean to. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. All right. Let's go. First main challenge. Whoop. He's going that way. I'm gonna go the other way. Where'd he go? Oh, is he over there? He sure is. Ah! Go away. I don't like you. And I'm bad at aiming. So these little blue things on the ground are bits of health if you hadn't noticed that already.
Control point.
Whoop.
An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading the
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it.
All right, let's see. Okay, so we got a new weapon mod, but that's nothing we can use. And that's the entire message there. So let's cleanse the control point.
Holy shit! You did it! We did it!
Hello? Can you hear me?
I can.
Are you with us? With the Bureau? Are you still sane?
Depends on your definition. I don't know if she's got more dialogue here. Doesn't look like it. All right.
Please, talk to me.
Oh.
We saw you deal with the compromised agents.
Let me give it one more second just to see.
Is it safe to come out?
There is more dialogue, a little bit. Hello. All right, let's go in.
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
I love that.
Shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
I should have lied.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this...
Hiss?
that works? Somehow the Hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The Hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah.
I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
The service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the Hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director?
Yeah, that's right.
How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan?
Oh,
Not
snap.
yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the Hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
How much is it worth?
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together.
All right.
Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the Hiss out.
All right, let's explode this lady's brain. Hi. I'm just gonna... Hope you don't mind, but, yeah. And sploosh. Whoops.
It didn't work. The Hiss has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
Oh, that was
Jesse,
unpleasant.
over here.
Yeah, I know where you are. Thank you.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it. Listen. The Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time. That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench. The ghost, or whatever he is. He mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the Hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the Hiss destroy it all.
Like Magneto's prison cell. It's all plastic in the middle of a room.
I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions.
Only
The door to
stupid
the
people.
comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there. Good luck, Jesse. See you back here once you have the hotline.
Or
Thanks,
right
Emily.
now. Sorry. I'm gonna pause real quick. I need to get something to drink real quick. I'll be right back. All right. There we go. That's much better. Resume. Okay, let's find out what's going on in the Bureau here.
The hotline should be in the communications department.
Okay, what's the origin of the hiss?
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily.
We'll see. Alright, what about the oldest house?
You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door. Okay.
Alright, what about Trench? The dead dude.
This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
Yeah, my gun.
I think
It's
I
mine.
will.
Don't
Yeah.
take my gun. What about objects of power in general?
Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this?
Got it.
Got it. Thanks.
Play it cool, Jesse. Play it cool. What about the Hedron resonance amplifiers, HRAs?
So HRAs stop you from becoming hiss.
Well, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Alright, looks like that's it for now.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
Will do, kiddo. Alright. Anything in here? Yes, there is loot. Gives me loots. Alright. What did you give me, by the way? Personal mod? Energy, 6% health recovery per element. Not too interested. Hold on, there's other stuff. Collectibles, research. Portrait of Zachariah Trench. The only person you should fail is yourself. There you go. Ideally, not even that, but, you know, if you have to. Okay. So this here now is a fast travel point. I do have a few outfits, but I don't think I'm going to be using any of them. That one's kind of cool, except for all the Borg technology on the side of her face. But yeah, there is one outfit that I will absolutely put on if and or when we get it. But who knows if that will be a thing. Level 3 clearance. Oh. Don't let mold hitch a ride. Perform daily body checks for foreign plant matter. And there's a jukebox behind a locked door. Natural and completely unsuspicious. Okay. Okay, so elevator up, that's where we're supposed to go. However, I have things to look through, and probably stuff to read. Yep, stuff to read. What'd I tell you? Examination of paranatural topics, control points. Summary. Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as being vital junctions of the oldest house. When the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around the control point in the blank arrangement, the surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. These control points are discovered by blank detection of an unobstructed ping using the blank within a 37-foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctures or blank, or vulnerable spots of the oldest house. The common factor in these theories is that control points are susceptible to external influence, which allows us to stabilize the oldest house and work more confidently inside it. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found that certain parts of the building refuse to be blank. Refer to file 7-25-2788 for full report. Well, alright then. So we're gonna go upstairs to see if there's anything to read up there. So as soon as we finish looking through the downstairs, which we just did. Alright. Here we go. Well, thank you. Anything in here? Doesn't look like it. Nope. Nothing there. Alright. Here we go. Listen, I know you can't control building shifts, but the executive level restroom has been missing for weeks now. I worked my ass off in the Islamabad station for 3 years. I've earned the right to a nice workplace shitter. If you can't bring it back, at least find out where it went. D. Rodriguez. I mean, would be nice to have a nice shitter. Not gonna lie. It is also a pretty first world problem, but still. Alright, what you got in here? Anything? Yes, you do. Examination of paranatural topics. Technological limitations of the oldest house. Summary. The oldest house imposes certain limitations on our Bureau. but by far the most restrictive is the inability to use certain technological instruments. The oldest house does not allow devices that receive or emit any blank signal. Radio waves are the only transmittable signals in the oldest house, and even those are often unreliable. If the power of collective unconscious is taken into account, it could be that certain pieces of technology are too new in the cultural blank for the oldest house to blank them. Similarly, these items have not been known to become receptacles for altered status. Technology may be moving at too fast a pace for the blank to occur. Modern technology tends to disappear and break here, sometimes quite violently. Blank agents have been injured by cell phones exploding in their pockets while entering the oldest house. Refer to file 4-19-1935 for full report. That explains the first bit of, research item that we picked up there. Saying no cell phones, no smart anything. Alright, let's see. Anything in here? Yep. Okay. We're gonna have to check out what we're picking up here. I turned off a lot of the UI because I thought it was better, aesthetically speaking, to not have a bunch of elements all over the screen. Where did we come in? Ha! And immediately I'm lost. There we go. Okay, there's a radio. I think that's it. Alright. Moving on. Excuse me. Over here. And here we go.
There it is again. A welcome message.
Alright. Okay, straight up damage. I will take that. Thank you. Nope, still don't have clearance. Cool. I think someone back there, like Emily Pope, would have given us a key card, but no such luck. I love that you can just shoot them right through the windows, and that they can shoot you too. Alright. Here we go. Week 83 report summary. Visited the following Nevada accommodations: Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel, In-N-Out, Aztec Court, Sleepy Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, El Gato Blanco Inn, A+ Lodge. Expenditures: accommodation, $831.29. Meals, $714.84. Gasoline, $295.12. Minibar, $313.61. I do wonder if a motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state. But hey, I guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Rowley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. See you on the road, Agent L. Hines. Side note, sidebar, footnote. That's the one. Boys in research said performing rituals may help identify any places of power. Drinking those little whiskeys is my ritual. Good on you, mate. Alright, what else we got here? Oh, hello. I'm bad at aiming. How are you? Was there something over here shooting at me? There's at least one more guy. Oh, I saw a few of them, okay. Okay, missed every single one. Why don't you? On purpose, even. You believe that, right? That sounded believable. Toilet loot. Hey, toilet lore. Please be aware. Due to recent fluctuations in the nearest control point, this area's stability has been downgraded to yellow. Reference chart. Green stable, yellow. Low possibility of unanticipated building shifts. Orange. High likelihood of unanticipated building shifts. Red. Frequent unanticipated building shifts. Fun. What do we got over here? Ah, new agent stuff. Yeah, his stuff. 1 second. All right. Let's see. So we already looked at the guard. So I think this is a new one here. All right. His corrupted agent, confidential. Summary. The Hiss manifests in human hosts in numerous ways. The most common and least intense form is seen in the many corrupted agents floating throughout the building, the Bureau. The Hiss agents have maintained their human appearance, undergoing no obvious physical transformation. The most notable distinction from an unaffected human is the fact that they levitate. Yeah, that would be obvious, yeah. These Hiss have displayed no aggressive behavior. They only seem interested in vocalizing the strange incantation ad infinitum, whichever you prefer. Perhaps these vessels are only meant to propagate the Hiss corruption, like spores or Wi-Fi boosters. Or are they cocoons, preparing to enter their next stage of evolution? When intact, Hiss agents disappear, perhaps entering a state of invisibility or undergoing a transformation into a purely resonant form? Research is ongoing. Refer to file blank for the full report. 1 second, I just dropped my controller on the floor. Oh my god. 1 second. Alright. It has been reacquired. Hiss barrier. The Hiss resonance field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. Hiss barriers appear as ways to impede escape or access by Bureau personnel. 2 methods have been discovered for lowering them. Number 1, destroying the multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity. And number 2, destroy the Hiss entities in the area. The resonance fields seem to require support for their size and density from other non-connected sources of Hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fall. Does an inactive structure made of Hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction between any difference when considering the... Wait, does the distinction make any difference when considering the Hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the Hiss? To what degree is it watching and planning? Refer to file blank for the full report. Cool. Alright. So that's talking about that barrier up there. So in both bathrooms there. Ba-ba-da! Take that, condiments! Oh, I was hoping there were like hot dogs in there or something. No such luck. Ooh, shelter. Which I... Oh, I didn't think I was gonna have... Oh yeah, I don't have access to this yet. Unfortunately. Ooh. Hello. Oh, nope, come on. You can grab that. You can get up there, yeah. Nailed it. There are a bunch of hidden things in the game here. We'll probably see one sooner rather than later, but oh, hi. Didn't see you before. Havana, AWE-48. Event summary. An auditory event occurred at the United States Embassy in Havana, injuring the majority of diplomatic staff stationed there. Blank deaths were reported, and the outgoing information has been managed. Event response. Bureau agents arrived at the embassy on the same day as the event was reported through federal channels, but were too late to witness the AWE, which is reported to have been blank. Staff experienced sudden intense vibrations and noise, accompanied by an intense pressure in the ears. This lasted for blank minutes. No visual phenomena was witnessed. The scene was cordoned off, and the embassy staff were transported to the continental U.S. After Formula I.9 was recited in the vicinity, a single cowboy boot began to vibrate, identifying it as an altered item. The item was contained and brought to the Bureau for examination. See case file AI85 for details. So this is actually kind of cool. Like, this was an actual event that happened that they repurposed for this game. And actually, stuff's still going on right now. It's back in the news to staff and other U.S. consuls and things like that. So that's kind of cool. It's just that mold, right? Yeah. Yeah, it did. All right. Okay. Moving on. Here we go. Dead letters. Machine God. I had a dream, and I built the thing I saw in my dream. A machine that will contain God, but not the God you know or the ones anyone knows. A new God. This machine will be his body, his heart, and his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator and the coils from my toaster, and the fans plus the timing belt from my car's engine, and the wheels from my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how on his own. This is just a beginner's body, like a baby's, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address in the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate on God. That's such a cool letter. I'd love to see or know who wrote these. Like, was that a multiple people coming up with that, or was it one individual? Oh god, sorry, that was really probably very loud. I just bumped on my mic. Yeah, I don't know if that was one individual or multiples all cooperating, but that'd be cool to find out who did that. Mr. Governor, I called the police, but they never came to my house. I got a problem, and you got to send folk to fix it. I got my wife on one of them singing fish on the walls. It's not a real fish. It sings when you hit a button, but it's got the devil in it. It flies around at night and sings devil songs, says lots of cuss words. Devil got in my house because of the fish, and you gotta come handle it. My wife is real upset. When can you come? Sincerely, Dwayne Barr. Who knew that the singing fish on a wall would be anything but enjoyable? Alright. Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive. Cataloging the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections or related topics found among the letters. Aside from the more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. The letters came to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service as undeliverable. The Bureau is the perfect home for them. I realize not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. Of course, I will first compile a system to allow us to analyze the letters for any information or suspected connections to AWEs and other altered materials. Thank you again. Can't wait to delve into my dead letters. P. Bartwell. It's 24, that's 20. Let's get rid of that one. There we go. Do a little bit of cleanup while we're here. All right. Moving right along. Just keep rolling. Don't get your shield back. Come on. Nope. You jerk. Got your whole shield back. Oh. Sorry, I need to punch you before you get that again. Oh, you're here. There we go. Oh god! Get off! Get off of me! I am the box woman. Please. Please. My fellow box people, thank you. Nice. Alright. So far, so good. And let's cleanse this place. It's so cool. First time I saw the trailer for this, it was like Inception. And it still is very much Inception, but you know what I mean, that's the first thought that came to my head. Alright, so there were some doors down here we couldn't go into before, which contain more lore. To whom it may concern, I'm being contacted by the past presidents of the United States of America. They appear as spirit guides giving me their wisdom. John Adams keeps saying I need to fix America, but I can't really understand him. They all have a lot of opinions. People tell me I'm imagining it, but Theodore Roosevelt showed me how to fix my lawnmower, and I don't know a thing about lawnmowers. Explain that! I have great dead men telling me about the past and the present. If you'd like to use my abilities to help run the government, please let me know. I know the White House could use me. Yours in earnest, James Bartholomew. Thanks, James. Good looking out. Energy recovery. Alright. Other side, what you got? Okay. Hello, avid readers. The Bureau Book Bunch will convene at the usual spot in the corner table of the cafeteria at 5 p.m. on Tuesday. Currently discussing Unless You by J.D. Brooks. Everyone should get their reviews to me by Monday before lunch so I can generate some conversation starters before the meeting. Happy reading, Penny Bartwell. I think we got another one of Penny's letters earlier. Oh, and then everyone's favorite television program, Threshold Kids. Oh my god.
I don't know what missing in actions is, but I sure wish someone would find her.
I'll help you look, Telfer. We'll find your mama together.
I love this so much. It's so creepy. Find her together. Oh man. Avoid modern technology. Do it. All right. Let's see. Were we able to get in here? Yeah, so we got that. What about across the... Whoa, hold on. Did we go under the stairs? I didn't think we did, but... Oh, yeah, I think we did, actually. Never mind. I'm pretty sure we did. Okay, so that looks like the way forward. Maybe. Maybe not. We're gonna go in this room, because it seems like a dead end. It sure is. Okay. Cool.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops.
I love that.
And it can
Oops.
launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
My god. A whole cup. I love the actor who plays Darling. Not sure exactly why, but...
Communications. We're on the right track.
But he seems like a cool guy. Alright. Oh, this is back where I came from. Never mind. Whoops. Communications. There we go. That's where we want to go. All right. Okay. Got some loot here. Oh god. Pretty sure there is fall damage, but I think you need to fall a decent ways before it actually does anything to you. Nah. Dude's just getting pelted with tubes. Okay, so we got a barrier here. Stuff being chucked at that guy from there. And a shelter. Oops. Wrong button. Let's go into the shelter. Okay, no lore. Oh wait, hold on, there might be lore. Somewhere. Yep, right behind us. There you go. Book Club Notes for Penny by L. Sampson. So I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this was alright. Title Unless You could refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess, but thought it was a little vague and stupid. The way the characters kept throwing around almost like a catchphrase got real annoying real fast. Best part of the story was the space battles. I sided with Fixers, obviously, because they had the coolest tech and their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers and guns space hippies or a badass bunch of warriors who go around devouring planets like cheap sushi on a Sunday, I know who I'm picking. That scene where they invade City Planet and convert the entire population using those brainworms, and that space dog fight between those two ace pilots, sign me the fuck up. What kind of ruined the whole thing for me was when my favorite character got killed not even halfway through the story by getting a battery cylinder launched into his face by gravitational anomaly. His death didn't feel necessary at all. And that's Threshold Kids episode. Okay. God, for a minute there, I thought I was still on mute.
Object of power.
Oh, hi.
We need to cleanse it.
All right. Let's see. What you got in here? Alright, so we gotta cleanse this object of power here. Pardon. Just passing through. No worries. Excuse me. Pardon me. Coming through. I don't know if you can see it, but, oh god. Come here. Floppy! Floppy disk, give me your powers. This is when the game starts getting good. The floppy disk nuke can be bound to gain launch telekinesis. Teach us to believe, Director.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in Bureau Seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
But I am a Jedi Sith. Or Jedi Warrior. Not Sith. Jedi Sith is oxymoron. Yeah. Sith Lord. Launch line the cube thingamajig into the hole slot to advance. As such. Yeah, so this is when you start getting cool powers and the gameplay really starts coming together, I feel. So you got a bit of stamina for all your abilities, and I think they all share the same stamina bar or whatever. So a lot of the game is very much balancing your attacks between your gun and your powers. The hiss noise is burrowing into our astral plane secret base. You must stop, mute them, Director. So you'll throw a few things. Floppy disks now bound, delivered. The hiss antagonist is seeking our astral plane.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me.
Yeah, so you generally switch between, you throw a few things, you shoot a few guys, then you throw a few things, and or use whatever powers that you have at the moment. So it's really a balancing act for this kind of stuff. And if you're bad at balancing acts, then you're not gonna have a good time with this combat system. But if you're good at switching around, then it's actually pretty easy. You can always, even if you don't have something to grab like this box, the game will still grab a chunk of the ground for you. So I don't have anything right now. Okay, never mind. I lied. Okay, please game, let me demonstrate. Okay, it's not gonna let me. There's too much shit around here. Just believe me. You get stuff pulled from the ground. All right.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
She sure did. All right, what are you? Reinformation campaign summary of Willow AWE. National news sites have begun publishing the story of the polar bear attack on the Alaskan town. You all know I don't like to boast, but claiming that the family was killed by migrating polar bears desperate for food because their ecosystem is ruined by global warming was a stroke of genius. Using current ecological concerns makes the public much less likely to blank. So another AWE behind us, and the public is none the wiser. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. This doesn't mean we can stop monitoring blank, blank, and blank for any off-message opinions, but it's looking like we're all in the clear. Tomasi, out! Ooh, case files. Floppy disk. OP5-KE. Containment procedure. Must be contained in a cell with no other loose material. Description, para-utility. The object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to telekinetically lift material and throw it a short distance. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.15 for more information. I think that's the video we saw about him saying throwing pencils and once a cup even. The object is currently bound to blank for research purposes, which is probably Dr. Darling. Background: stolen from a Soviet military base located in blank by agents blank and blank with the CIA. The diskette contains launch codes to blank missiles, nuclear, believed to be reserved for use against blank. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant in the CIA tipped the bureau off, and it was requisitioned by agents the next day. All right. And research. Okay, we got more enemies here. 1 second, I need to wet my whistle. All right, there we go. His corrupted demolition expert. Summary. The Bureau only allows certain highly trained individuals to handle volatile materials and weaponry. Our demolition experts are instructed in the use of explosives in dimensions with distinct physical laws, making them important assets for engineering work as well as combat situations. Hiss demolition experts are the only observed Hiss variations to wield the specially built rocket-propelled grenade that is designed to identify and track blank entities once fired, making them a threat whose termination should be prioritized in combat scenarios. I find it remarkable that the Hiss restricted usage of this weapon to the Bureau personnel who train specifically for its use. What does this tell us about its behavior? Can it not pass along new information to corrupted entities? Still too many unknowns. Refer to file blank for full report. Oops, we had more. Ooh. Hiss corrupted Ranger. The Rangers are the Bureau's well-trained and well-armed expeditionary forces. Their Hiss-corrupted counterparts are equally formidable. Prior to corruption, Rangers were trained to use a variety of weapons in order to face any threat found during AWE response or threshold exploration, including submachine guns, assault rifles, and automatic shotguns. Hiss Rangers utilize these weapons as well as the advanced tactics taught by Bureau instructors. Some are additionally outfitted with Bureau-made body armor. Hiss Rangers have no observed paranatural abilities beyond some being protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance capable of stopping bullets. Considering the advanced training the Hiss Rangers are capable of applying to their situation, is it feasible to consider the human mind still remains intact to some degree? Or is the Hiss able to tap into this combat training and utilize it? Further observation is required. Refer to file blank for full report. Alright. A lot of reading. Lots of reading. Anything else? It doesn't look like anything else over here. Did I go over in the other side here? I don't think so. In fact, I'd say definitely no. I'd even gander to say that no, I did not go over here yet. All right. And there. Oh, this is a whole thing. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I need the level 1 key card, and what do you know?
This must open the door.
The director had to get her level 1 clearance card off a dead man. Okay. Alright. Okay, still can't do anything but fast travel there. Head into the restroom here. Nothing to get, it seems. And probably same here. Yep, same here. Okay. Nothing down there. Worth note. Okay, that's just locked. Here we go.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years. Thank you for staying up with us. Ghosts. We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan, tells his story. Quincy.
Thanks. This is something I experienced recently while
Totally
staying
legit.
at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's SuspiciaCon. I was in room 47. The night manager, an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man
was discovered under the bed, inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have. And the body had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below them. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed.
My
It was
God.
dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room.
There you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts take many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling and writing whenever you encounter something strange, something you can't explain. Maybe you're seeing colors that we have no name for. Maybe your toaster is possessed. Remember, dear listeners, when no one else believes you, we do. America Overnight, we'll be right back.
So that's the radio program. Although they said television before, but that's the program I believe that they were using to test out their theories about, you know, the collective unconscious or whatever. Huh? There's people around? Okay, well, I'm gonna grab this first. And then I'll take care of... Oh, there they are. Yeah, sure. Enemies around. Around and abound. Alright, that last one was a little late. What do you have another Clarence 1? That's weird. Interesting. Okay. What's up here? Let's see. All right. Pay attention, Alberto. This is the last time I'll explain this. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered events that lock one or all of the sectors by restricting use of the sector elevator. Excuse me. Effectively locking staff in their sector until the emergency is handled. They can only be lifted via the directorial override in maintenance once the director is satisfied that the situation is under control. External lockdowns are a bigger deal. Nothing in or out of the whole building. It's only triggered by code red containment breach, based on some complicated system that the security and research slap together. It can only be lifted once A, the threat has been neutralized, and B, a high clearance individual gives the system the all clear. This process is not the same as the directorial override, so stop saying so in documentation. I know it's confusing as hell. I've told Darling 100 times to change it, but they're adamant it stays the way it is. Honestly, I don't think they even know how to change it at this point. Let's just make sure our staff understand how this mess all works, okay? Marshall. And there's America Overnight episode 359. What do we got here? Damage after kills. I don't know how long that lasts, so I tend not to use those. Probably should, but... And can't go in here, because it starts draining your health. What's up here? All right, the computer room, or server room, or whatever this is supposed to be. Oh my god, I can aim. I can aim things at things and other things. Okay, there's a couple other guys. Oh, yeah. Take an extinguisher to the back of your head. So there is stuff up here. Like, all the way up there. But I cannot get there yet. So all I'm gonna have to do is, pick this up. Systems security evaluation, confirmed data breach. Summary, last month, our on-site server experienced an intrusion by unauthorized users. After a thorough investigation, it was confirmed that the users only accessed a video file which contained portions of various Dr. Darling presentations. Investigators were able to track the users through their IP addresses. The following are the confirmed identities of these users. Patrick Struchens, Rubens Nogueira, Arto Kolomaki, I think, Christopher Miles Bowling, Jaco Sarinen. I probably butchered half of those names. I apologize. These individuals are in breach of Bureau Code 91 and have been placed under surveillance by our external investigation team. Further action is pending. They're Big Brother, man. Okay. That's nothing we can... Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. That's nothing we could use. And this is a lot less than the one we've already got. Alright, anything else in here? Yes. Gimme. Alright. And we are out of here. Pneumatics this way. Okay, we were already there. All right. Let's do this. Totally not a boss fight room. We are fighting Tomasi, the head of communications. Oh, come on, I was behind there. Oh god, please, please don't kill me. Thank you. All right, here we go. Where are you at? There you are. Excuse me, I just hit you with that. You should drop everything you had. Again, you should drop everything you had. At least that's how it used to work. I don't know if they updated things. Yeah, like that. There we go. Ooh, that was closer than I thought it would be. Alright, let's grab all this health.
He'll be back.
Well, yeah, I mean, we didn't kill him, so probably.
Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
That guy actually turns out later to be one of the biggest pains in the asses in this entire game. But for now, he's not too bad. As long as you realize you need to sort of get behind cover and things like that, it's not too bad. All right. Hey, Malcolm. Yes, tea time is at 7. I'll see you at the course on Sunday morning. By the way, have you heard about this Tennyson report? Apparently there's a bunch of copies drifting around the office. Trench is looking to get his hands on any information about who wrote it. You wouldn't happen to have heard anything about that, would you? See you Sunday, Jim. And Hiss Elevated. Summary. Hiss Elevated agents display abilities similar to telekinetic competencies observed in Bureau para-utilitarians. Some prefer to charge their targets while others launch objects at them. Telekinetic attacks have been ineffective against the Hiss Elevated due to their own talent in the area. They do not use any weaponry except their own paranatural capabilities. Some Hiss Elevated have been seen levitating while strapped into chairs. This is likely the result of individuals being corrupted while undergoing cognitive recording and parapsychology. How are they able to use paranatural abilities? It is possible that these individuals were bound to objects of power prior to corruption. It's also worth considering that the Hiss resonance can identify and express latent paranatural ability in the individuals it corrupts. Refer to file blank for full report. Fun. Very fun indeed. Indeed. Alright, up the stairs we go, I think. I think we got everything on the bottom floor here. So let us continue. Okay, so this is the, where we couldn't get in before. Looks like it's a one-way. Let's see. Nothing there. Besides a bunch of dead people. Okay. Here we go. Let me read first, and then I'll take a break by listening to something. Butte, AWE 17, event summary. A spat of disappearances was traced to a home in the city of Butte, where Bureau agents discovered a translocative light switch cord. Event response. Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity located at blank blank, which had been connected to a total of blank disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching a closet, an agent pulled the light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house blank days later, found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. The light switch cord in the Butte home's closet disappeared during this incident. Fun. Oh, I didn't even notice that before that. You can actually see the canisters going through the pneumatic tubes. That's cool.
Alberto
Tomasi. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. So he's the communication dude.
Mossy, head of comms.
Yep.
The Hiss got him.
Sure did.
All right, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God
Jesus.
the local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds that an alternate item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
I love that. What a jackass. Alright. Hey, Kama. Did you get some good rest? Hopefully? Fingers crossed.
The hotline can't be far now.
All right. Hotline chamber. Ooh, all systems and PC. Sort of. I mean, sort of is better than no, so, you know, I'll count that as a slight positive, I guess. So does that mean it's coming to PS4 and PS5? Because I do not have a PS5. I'd love to play it for PS4. Hotline security log. All visitors must check in. And Director Trench is most of them. Bill Everett, the custodian. And Carol Bishop, a custodian. Are the only ones. That's awesome. I'm probably gonna have to get that in stream it. Digital only though in our country's not sure about Japan. If it's censored, you're gonna get a PC mod. Yeah, if I had a PC that could do it, like I'd be doing most of my gaming on PC if I could. So.
Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream Logic. The light switch cord. Door marked with the Black Pyramid.
You've played through it already, right? Project Zero? Because I know you said you had 2 copies of it, but that doesn't necessarily mean you played it. Like, I've got copies of games that I've never played before. That's 6%. They're both 6%. Okay. So I was gonna say, you know, if you haven't already played it, then I might hold off for a bit after release, so you've got time to play it yourself before I go through it. Huh. Surprised that wasn't a multimedia thing. Oh, I got the hiccups a little bit. Sorry. So, Dream Logic. You can't really read it here, unfortunately, but this goes by the rule of 3s. Not all of it. You know what was censored? Like the outfits, yeah. Oh, they censored a plot line. I didn't even know that. Yeah. That's a shame, man. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully they remove that censorship stuff. So, Dream Logic, which is also video game logic, which is the rule of 3s, right? Have to knock down a boss 3 times before you can defeat him, or do things 3 times. Same with this. So, 01. Oh, there it is. Notice, Ocean View Motel and Casino entry point. Catalyst, light switch. The law of 3 applies. She's just sad and has generic photos of her fully clothed. Yeah. Like, I understand why some people would want to censor that, because it's uncomfortable, but it's meant to be uncomfortable. So, it defeats the purpose. It takes away all the impact from that. That's weird. A 2. And a 3.
Have we been here before? No. I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country, on the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I understand. I don't really understand that one, right? Because that game specifically came out after a lot of games that I know did a lot worse than that. In regards to content. I mean like a decade before. But if it was like the first Project Zero or Fatal Frame, wherever you're from, then, you know, that would be understandable. for censoring some of that, but nowadays that seems like an odd choice, but you know, whatever.
Hello? Anyone here?
Okay, so rule is the 3. That's 1. That's 2. And 3.
Key has a black pyramid on it.
You haven't played this before, have you, Gamma? I think you'd kind of dig it, honestly, if you haven't. 1, 2, 3. Because it's very trippy of you, as you've probably seen. Around the time Nintendo... Yeah, I mean, I know Nintendo, just generally speaking, like, they even censored Mortal Kombat when it first came on the system. They turned blood blue, so it's sweat. Yeah. No, I loved the first 2 Fatal Frames. Forget about if I liked the third one or not, but the first 2 were really good. The Hotline Seashell is a transmitter bridge. Directors can call the board long distance. Alright, let's get through this here as quick as possible. Fire Emblem Gates, Tokyo Mirage. Oh, you can contact us past selves in the Hotline Collectibles menu. We expect compulsive weekly calls. Tokyo Mirage Session, Xenoblade, Fatal Frame, all censored around. Yeah. I love how this ringing is like, it sounds like impending doom to me. And this is coming from someone who, every time a phone rings around me, I actually get anxiety, even if it's not my phone. Like, I hate answering the phone.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
This game has such good presentation. It's so good. It's like...
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily.
It's like a perfect blend of
people react
movie and
strongly
game
when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
It's very much a Oh, man. Now I'm blanking on the name of the show. Oh well, I'll think of it later. I mean, the initial ring, but any additional rings for me personally freak me out still. It just stresses me out. Especially if I don't know who it is, that's the worst. But even some people that I know, it's like, oh god. And I have no problem talking to them in person. It's just over the phone. I just hate phone conversations. Oh no worries. Yeah, do whatever you gotta do, comma. Yeah. Hotline containment procedure. Objects should be inaccessible for use except for the director. Description: para-utility. Object is a 1960s era red Bakelite telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. The phone weighs blank. The object allows the director to communicate with the blank. If used by anyone other than the director, the object will cause lethal blank. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.6 for more information. The object is currently bound to Director Trench. Background. The object spontaneously manifested in the director's office placed on the desk. Director Northmore was the first known Bureau agent to use it. A battery of tests were run on the object, including blank and blank, but its origin remains unknown. Can talk on the phone now, but used to hate it. Yeah. I mean, I can, but I hate doing it. Like, if anyone ever... Like, if I'm in a group and we want to order food, for example, and if anyone suggests that I call, I will say I will pay for everyone's meal before I call. Please, someone else do it. It's like, that's how bad it gets for me. So we got a bit of this hotline, but I don't think we got the full thing, so I'm going to play this here.
Ring, ring. It's Dr. Darling calling.
Yeah, I definitely didn't get the whole thing.
In 1978, a comms department intern heard the hotline ring and picked it up, going against every safety protocol in the manual. She never recovered. And the handful of witnesses required extensive memory repression therapy. It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well. Our very own Ouija board. Only the director can answer it safely, and what he hears is kept classified.
There you go. That's how the phone works. Hotline. Ooh, we got a bunch of hotline ones.
It took us a long time to learn how to stabilize the control points, the ley lines, the meridians of the oldest house. Darling found a way to soothe this beast. We discovered we must cleanse control points of all interference. It's my duty as the director, like Northmore before me. I couldn't manage it in my own house, at my home. I'll damn well do it here. Without the control points, the oldest house would swallow us alive. We'd be sealed inside an endless labyrinth, and no one would hear our screams. If an enemy ever managed to corrupt the control points, it'd be over fast, spreading like a cancer, leaping over the fire breaks like a crown fire. They are the weak point. Darling's right about that. He's wrong about everything else. Dangerously wrong. Suspiciously wrong. Has he been compromised?
Curious.
I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing. Ringing so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. the traitor in our midst, a conspiracy plotted right behind me. I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust. Bind it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now. But I must reach the hotline. I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a rain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline.
Alright, there's 1, 2, 3, there are 4 more of these, but they're fairly short. They're only like a minute and a half each, so just gonna burn through these real quick.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. They have proven themselves. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. So I followed my own orders. Northmoor hated my guts for that. But things change when you become director. You suddenly see this dark void for the horror show it truly is, filled with screaming fear we pretend to control. Sand leaks through my fingers. The roses I pruned in the garden back when I still had a family, all dead. Heat escapes my body. My thoughts are scattered. The universe keeps expanding. I can't keep up with it alone. When I forget that, things go wrong. And my team has to pick up the pieces. Damage control. To help me get out of my mess.
Alright, Ocean View Motel.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in.
My man. I mean, I personally like Scotch whiskey, but it's still whiskey. The Coming Storm.
Something's coming. The whispers growing louder. The worst winter storm in Bureau history. Retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau. Everything I've built. Destroy me. A web spun, turning this place against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts? Dimming my eyes? It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago. That thing he studies is putting us all in danger. It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau safe. It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength. I'm old and weak. I'm afraid. I can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control.
Oh, you can do it, Trench. Come on. I believe in you. Just kidding, I don't. Directorship. You are the director now. We expect independence dependence. You are authority, chosen one. The Bureau game needs you. Alright. It's all the lore. So, nice big lore dump right there. Ooh, more info in the director's office. To all executive staff, I know there is some concern regarding our operations exceeding the annual budget. So long as we operate within the oldest house, we are obscured from scrutiny in many respects. If our budget demands are not exorbitant to the point of drawing attention, then they will be granted by the U.S. Treasury without question. The FBC is just another line in another spreadsheet that some lowly accountant won't even notice. Their eyes will skip over us as if we weren't even there. The nature of the oldest house allows us certain freedoms in how we operate. Our being here is no accident. Regards, Zachariah Trench, Director of the Federal Bureau of Control. Alright. I think we need to talk to Emily now. Oh wait, we've got level 1 access. We can get in a few of these doors now that we couldn't before. Such as this one. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Potts, I regret to inform you that your son, Graham Potts, was killed in active duty this past week. While the details surrounding his death are classified, I am honored to tell you that he died in the service of his country. You can be proud of his courage in the face of danger and his commitment to protecting our nation against her enemies. He will be remembered by his comrades and colleagues. I sincerely regret the pain this message will bring you. Take some solace in knowing that his sacrifice helped protect the country he loved so much. His effects will be returned to you with all speed. Sincerely yours, Howard J. Murray, Deputy Chief of Communications, Federal Bureau of Control. So that harkens back to one of the notes we got earlier saying what not to and what to mention when corresponding with individuals outside of the Bureau. Which way are we going? Is it this way? No, this is the director's office. Yeah? Yeah. This way? Yeah, that way. Alright, cool. Alright. Notes do pop up every now and then in places you've already been. At least in this sort of hub area. I'm gonna take a quick look, but I'm not gonna do anything super thorough here since we've already been through it. Alright. Let's go talk to Emily. Where is she? She's not there. She's opposite end? No, to the left. There we go. Alright, Emily.
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss? Sorry, you made it. I'm glad.
Yeah, thanks.
Emily? Let's talk.
Of course.
But first, analysis of Hiss Threat Part 1, Confidential. Summary. Initial encounters with the entity known as the Hiss have revealed various behavioral facts. Most notably, the Hiss is able to invade or corrupt control points, altered items, and even humans, radically changing their behavior. Curiously, any person wearing one of the wearable HRA devices that Dr. Darling has been distributing over the past weeks was not affected by this corruption. The only known exception to this fact is the new director, Jesse Faden, who possesses an inherent immunity to the Hiss. This could indicate that she has already been corrupted, but her behavior is so in contrast to that of the other Hiss that I've dismissed the theory. My final observation comes from Ms. Faden herself. She is able to cleanse material and organisms of the Hiss corruption. We tested this ability on a Hiss-corrupted entity, but unfortunately the process seems to kill the host. Perhaps the host's physiology becomes reliant on the Hiss? More work to be done. Refer to file blank for full report. Compiled by Emily Pope, by order of Jesse Faden. Alright, what's going on, Emily?
I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown. Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the Hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know.
What kind of
She might
tests?
find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself. Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
Olympic swimming pool. I love this. Gives such a vibe of like Blade Runner, which I do love. Even though it's not super futuristic, like I think this is supposed to take place in present day. NSC-02. Forget what that stands for. Oh, you got more stuff to talk to. To talk to me about, rather. Alright, what you got, Emily?
Hi, Jesse.
Hey. You don't have new stuff to talk to me about. Okay.
Thanks, Emily.
Bye.
I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
Yeah, well. Okay.
Do you hear that? Someone's singing. Where's it coming from?
Singing. Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
Well, alright then.
The new director can launch objects up to 20 feet. Bullshit. We've never recorded any distance over 5. Obviously, you never read the P6 data.
Alright. We're gonna upgrade our launch stuff. Because I really like that ability. Okay, so upgrade launch. Okay, got additional weapon form slot. Cool. Let's see. So we don't have enough for the others. I think we'll save our points for later. Astral construct weapon forms. We can construct a shatter, which is basically a shotgun, so why not? Personal mods. Can we upgrade? Not yet. We need more source because we just spent it all. Makes sense. Okay, let's see. Whoops. For a shotgun weapon, get a weapon mod on there. Projectile spread. Projectiles fired. I think that's what I'm gonna go for on that one. Yeah. And then personal mods, missions, collectibles. We got a new hotline, so we're gonna listen to that. Board countermeasures. Or I'm gonna read this one actually. We are at war, hostile takeover. The hiss is the opposing force foreign power. We will provide countermeasures strategy, except ingest them at control points. These countermeasures missions will benefit you. We will give resources rewards for each completed countermeasure. So these are just side missions, like very, very side missions.
Time to work. Meet me in the maintenance.
You got it, Ahti. Dude, Ahti's cool. I love Ahti in this. Go to maintenance sector, access corridor.
Like I said before, the janitor is a friendly face.
It's got a pony Walkman. Oh man, I used to have Walkmans too. Not just cassettes, but the CD players where you couldn't even, you could barely move those things without them skipping your song or scratching up your disc or something. But they were still cool. They knew aesthetics at least. Even if they didn't work the way you wanted them to. They looked a lot better than these square boxes for
the maintenance sector
MP3
is the
players.
janitor domain. If I can
iPhones
find
and
Ahti
such.
here, he can help me reach the override. Maybe it was you who got me into the oldest house with the lockdown on. Maybe it was Ahti. It felt like he made the elevator appear that took me to Trench's office. Is Ahti guiding me too?
Alright, so we need level 2 for a lot of this. Or 2 and 5 for these. Okay, nothing to read there.
The directorial override is right there, in the control room. How do we get there?
Okay. Let's see, janitor's office, ventilation. Oh, I'm gonna bash your face in with this box. There you go. Who's shooting at me? Oh, you are. You're still alive? Odd. Oh, damn it. Oh, hello. So if you haven't played the game before, chucking stuff at guys with shields removes the shields real quick. That's your best bet with trying to get rid of their shields. Oh, so now it's just lore dumps. That's pretty much all you missed. There's a bunch of lore dumps. Let's see. I don't know how long you've been here. Did you see that we are a Jedi Master and we can throw barrels at will? Still walking, exactly. I feel like that's a slight oversimplification, but I mean, it's not exactly wrong. Whoa. There we go. Okay. That was all of them. Oops. Ah! Let me go up the stairs, please. Please. What you got? But yeah, other than that, we are going to see Ahti the janitor. Ahti is probably the best NPC in this entire game.
What's down that way?
Oh, but first... that actually helps with games like this.
Oh, this place makes me nauseous.
And actually, I still have,
An object of power. How do you think it got down here?
So I'm trying not to talk over her dialogue.
Carousel horse. Why is kid stuff always so creepy?
It is, it really is. I've actually, I could probably sell my PS4 for $1,000 or more because I've still got the PT demo. I don't know if you ever downloaded or saw that, but maybe I'll put that on stream one day because I love that demo, and I wish Silent Hills was still a thing, but I don't think it is anymore, unfortunately. There's rumors that Sony picked it up and was telling Konami, like, we'll pay for it, just let us do our thing. And you can gain free money, but we'll see. All right. So now we have a dash. The horse choo-choo allows you to evade dash. Use it, prove escape yourself. So this also uses our little stamina bar for the power. Just like the levitate does. So you gotta choose between dashing and... oh god. And chucking objects at people. Success! End of level has been acquired. Oh my god, it's going so fast. I couldn't read all of that. Come on, dialogue.
Let's see the Hiss keep up with me now.
All right. Let's see. Thought there was some secret, areas here, but I could be wrong. Maybe it's later on. Didn't like the demo. Has nothing to do with series. Well, I mean, I would argue that it does, because, I mean, it was Hideo Kojima, right? Like, he made that demo as a demonstration, a playable trailer, literally, for Silent Hills. I know, so Hideo Kojima did not, I understand what you're saying. He did not create Silent Hill, but he was put in charge of the next one that was supposed to be coming out, and it did look good, at least in my opinion. It was at least a lot better than the crappy American-made, like, we're gonna find the lowest bidder developers kind of games that they had, like Homecoming and Downpour and all of those. Like, I saw a few trailers for it. It had Guillermo del Toro in there, who was gonna be working on it with him, which was awesome because I love Pan's Labyrinth and a few of his other movies. So I'd probably argue a little bit with you on that. I don't think it's necessarily controversial, but I'd probably argue a little bit. Now, if you want creepy, I know you didn't see the first one, but enjoy The Threshold, kids.
Drawing the pyramid.
The what?
The pyramid.
What's a pyramid?
A black pyramid. It's in the astral plane.
Airplane?
Astral plane. It's big, white, and empty. Or is it? It's a weird, crazy alien dimension. The white goes on forever. You can get lost in all that white and never find your way back home.
I miss my home.
The end. Oh, I love The Threshold, kids. All right, so now we can dash, which is awesome. And anything in here? Yes. Okay. This guy and this is cool too. So there's a poster of Ahti the janitor, and then open the door and. Exact same pose. Oh, love it. I love this.
Well done. You got the job. It's place for congratulations. Yippee, saatana. It happened in the last drop. I truly need an assistant.
Funny thing is, I've been a janitor. I'm more at home in that role than as the director. Only Ahti here seems to see that.
Yeah, hi, Ahti. Look, we need to get the lockdown lifted, otherwise I can't get to the other sectors. Can you help me get to the override?
Yes, easy peasy. It's just around the corner. But first, we need to get you working. Very small, couple of hours job.
Something tells me it's gonna be more than that.
Yeah. You think there's a dog buried in this? I can tell you are not yesterday's Krause's son. That's why you'll make a great assistant. Very well. I'll hit the facts on the table. Mä kyllä sanon perkele suoraan, että this house has a vermin problem. A bad one. They've already messed up the cooling pumps. And the power generators of a power plant, perkele. And the pensioner inside is starting to feel the band around his head tighten. The situation needs to be fixed before the plant blows up. And we all disappear like a fart in Sahara.
Trying my best to keep up with this. Fix the coolant pumps and the power generators, otherwise the power plant will blow.
But don't you worry. I've left you clear instructions. You'll catch the end of the thread before I go to my vacation. The work's on the task board here. You can do later, when you have time.
Vacation? Right.
Yes, no one's gonna cancel my holiday or seat's gonna rattle. But don't worry at all. You'll take care of it and soon this crisis gonna be last winter's snow. You better go now, so you don't have to run with your head as your third leg. The door in the back leads to the plant.
The door in the back. That's great. Thank you, Ahti.
I love Ahti. Ahti's the best. Alright, gonna pick this up. It's a little side quest.
Yep. Burn the trash. Throw it in the fire. Burn it all.
Not creepy at all.
Burn it into a reindeer, not into a moose.
God, he's insane. Alright, so we now have level 2 access. And
yes. Nordmoor is the director. Started to climb on the walls in his bachelor pad.
sorry, didn't realize he was gonna keep talking. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for me because I have to make some pizza doughs tonight. For Friday. So nice seeing you, Kama. Glad you could stop by. Hope anyone who's watching this later enjoys it. And if anyone wants to watch this, I'm gonna be streaming it Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays from 6 to 9 Mountain Time. If you want to stop by, feel free. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Mountain Time. I think we are doing Dark Souls Remastered in the morning. Wait, no. Hold on. We're doing Tales tomorrow, and then Dark Souls after that, I believe. I gotta look at my own schedule. Let's see. My schedule. Why is it not showing up? / schedule. Tomorrow morning, Tales of Vesperia, 8 a.m. Dark Souls at 2 p.m. And then I'm still trying to get that Platinum and Thumper at 6 p.m. I will not be here on this Thursday, and potentially for the rest of the week until Monday, unfortunately. Due to familial obligations, people showing up in town. and all that fun stuff. So, again, thank you for showing up. Thank you for watching. Anyone who's lurking, appreciate you. Have a good night.